What's going on today? Jesse Burrell, Batch TV, where we talk everything real estate. I found a really good video I want to react to that Robert Kiyosaki is featured in. Let's get into it. So the video, never invest in these 7 types of real estate properties in 2021. Part 2, Robert Kiyosaki. The name of the channel is Be Awakened. If you want to watch this video on your own, I'll have the link in the description, but let's get to that reaction.
You know, real estate, people say, well, I'm investing in real estate. I go, well, what kind of real estate? You know, some people flip houses. Some people, I don't know what they do. They fix them up and then they re-rent them.
I mean, I don't know what they do. I thought this guy is supposed to be an expert in real estate. Like, come on, let's be a little bit more credible here.
Whatever, there's millions and millions of ways. There's warehousing, many warehousing. There's golf courses, there's hotels, apartment houses. What's the worst investment in real estate? And it's vacation homes.
Well, that makes sense.
And you know, and what most losers do is they buy themselves a big home, and then the next thing they buy is a
vacation home.
Now, did we do that, Kim?
We did.
Yeah.
Okay, so vacation homes we normally correlate now in 2021, since this video literally says 2021. Vacation homes, he's saying it as a second or third home that he doesn't rent out, is what I'm assuming. This dude is so absolutely out of touch. There is nothing wrong with getting second, third homes and actually turning them into an income generating property with Airbnb or something like that, to where you could go there when you want for a vacation with a free place to stay and at the same time be making that passive income. So not sure where his expertise is coming from, but let's see what else he has to say.
You know, we have 3 vacation homes like idiots.
And one we kind of rent out occasionally.
There we go. He rents it out occasionally. Like, make a business out of it. Seriously, come on. Come on, Robert.
But it's certainly not an asset. It is a liability.
Yeah. So
the liability. So how much has real estate went up in the last 10 years? Wow.
That's why, you know, ladies and gentlemen, so what should I invest in? And I said, well, how about education?
Invest in education. Rich dad, poor dad. Of course he's going to say invest in education. He has a $40,000 course that gets you nothing less than what YouTube could give you for freaking free. I bet you this video is going to be about you should educate yourself. Watch.
The next one are multifamily condos. Kim and I have had condos. They're almost worse than vacation homes. And the one reason is homeowners associations.
I agree. Homeowners association sucks for rentals. Now for Airbnbs and VRBOs, the vacation rentals, short-term stuff. It could get really hard with condos. You have those HOA dues that hit you every month. Hurts cash flow. I could agree with this a little bit.
Homeowners association. And you know, they often say too, the last thing to become successful before the market turns are condominiums.
Yep.
So if all of a sudden condominiums are becoming very popular, you may want to look and see something may be changing in the near future.
Yep. 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 I love the HOA, Homeowners Association. I have other definitions of that name, but Kim has seen me go to war against those guys, and I tell you, you cannot talk to homeowners associations.
Which is a really good point, because if you're investing in real estate, is there a homeowners association you have to deal with? Because a lot of homeowners associations do not like renters. They want owner occupied.
Oh, worse than that, our HOA, when Kim and I were...
So that is true. A lot of HOAs, you could only rent so many units. So if you're looking to buy a rental that's a condo, make sure that they're not at full capacity, or else they won't let you rent it. So there's some truth to that as well.
First starting out years and years ago, we just painted one of our units and they told us to change the paint. I went, wait a minute, we just finished. And they said, we don't like your paint. Well, so I don't like you. And then
So this is funny. Someone that is a full-time investor, big guru, not knowing that you could only have certain paint colors for HOAs, that is like the most common thing ever. And he's saying he's going to go to war with them. Like, dude, read your HOA laws and bylaws. Yeah.
You. And then we went to war again, you know.
Well, a lot of
they
those
called
people...
them their attorneys, and I called them my attorneys. It was horrible.
That was people with too much time on their hand.
So let me give you the next worst. Single family homes.
High income.
high income. You know, for rich people and all that, they want to buy them and flip them and do whatever they do.
But you think about that, and let's say, the market's doing well, the economy's doing well, and so you have this expensive home that you're renting out, and all of a sudden the economy turns, and the first thing usually that people do is they go to something cheaper.
So this is true again, but people are talking about flipping or renting them. In certain markets, luxury Airbnbs are super successful. I thought this was 2021, the worst 7. They're talking about stuff from 10, 15 years ago. I don't get what they're trying to get across with the show right now.
Well,
So those high-end homes start sitting on.
Or they buy a high-end home, they want to flip it. And then the economy reverses on them
And they get flipped.
they get flipped over. But the good thing about a single family, you're not part of an HOA.
But it's single family, moderate, and workforce.
Yeah, and that's where we started.
That's where we started. That's where most of our apartment buildings are moderate to workforce.
Workforce, not high-end, not glitzy. Basically, as Kenny McElroy would say, next stop is...
So I don't really agree with any of this. I'm not saying all of it's the best, but from my experience, commercial is the first to go down in real estate, and he hasn't mentioned anything about commercial or industrial real estate, so I'm curious on what he's going to talk about next.
the street. And if they don't pay their rent, they got no place else to go, unfortunately. So we take good care of them, but they take good care of us.
And it's a good point, too, with the moderate workforce, because you got to, if you're going to be renting apartments or single-family homes, you want to make sure there's jobs, and people have a lot of jobs where that's the main criteria. So that makes a lot of sense. And if the market does turn, moderate to workforce is not, I mean, people may downsize.
So as they're talking about downsizing, but the first thing to downsize is businesses. If jobs are being lost and the market turns, that's why I'm talking about commercial, industrial. That's the first stuff to go down in value. So this is really interesting.
And the next category moving up the worst list is manufactured homes. Deals on wheels. So Kim and I attended workshops on deals on wheels, taught by this famous guy. He is really funny. But he said the first thing you do is you have this vacant lot and you invite people to move their homes, their mobile homes, onto the lot. And the first thing you do is you buy them a tree. And so you give them this tree and you ask them to plant it. And they plant it naturally in front of the mobile home. So
manufactured homes, you can rent out the land. If you own land, people can put mobile homes on there. But you could also affix mobile homes to where they can't be moved, and you're actually get really good cash flow. That's actually one of my favorite ways, and it's still low income to where you could still make good returns on rentals. So he's only talking about one side. Let's see what else he has to say. But mobile homes for cash flow are actually one of the greatest ways to invest in real estate right now, in my opinion. And also, tiny homes have had a huge boom as well. He hasn't talked about it because I do think those are a good investment as well.
So the home is no longer mobile. I said, Jesus.
They don't want to leave their tree.
Well, they can't get the house out of they have to cut the tree down.
Yep.
And I'm going, God, this guy is a genius, man. I mean, I can't believe it, So that was deals on the wheels. I talk about the McDonald's model. What business is McDonald's in? They're in real estate, but you better know the hamburger business before you go into that. Not only are school teachers, but they're financial planners or financial advisors, they're stockbrokers or real estate brokers. And I get tired of it. I mean, as Kim knows, I'm probably not long for this business because I sit there and I say the same thing. Take a class, get educated.
Take a class, get educated. He's got a $40,000 class, I'm sure. I agree with get educated, but get educated on YouTube, talk to friends, go to mentorships, go to masterminds. There's a lot of free stuff now. But he is right. You do need to get educated. If it's stocks, if it's real estate, you don't want to go in and just blindly start doing things because that's what you've heard to do. So make sure you do get educated, just not by him.
Why, I'd rather go and talk to guys like Rickards, and we're talking about the Ravens, is how to predict the future. Well, it's not easy. It's not that hard to predict the future. If somebody is really stupid, they're going to be broke. Period. I don't care what business you're in, real estate, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, commodities. And most people just want to sit there and be told what to do. I can't believe it. I mean, I just really can't believe it.
He's right there. People want everything hand-fed. Like, guys, there's no secret sauce to this. There's not. You have to get educated.
Man, I hated school. but I like learning. And really it is time. If you're going to get smart, you better understand what a real teacher is and a fake teacher. And to me, I just personally, I get sick and tired of talking to people who think real estate's about making money. You know, it's a business. And it's a very profitable business for the right people. But 90% of the people are idiots. They don't know what to do. And, you know, and Kim and I have had partners say, yeah, I know real estate. I bought 6 houses. For what? To live in. Well, buying a house to live in is not the real estate business. You better really know what you're talking about today and listen to people who know what they're talking about.
You know, people, they work all day, every day for money. I mean, they spend their whole life, they give their whole life to work for money, yet they don't take any time to study money or to study how to grow their money or to study what to do with their money, yet they spend their entire life working for it.
No, and think about fake assets. They give their money to Wall Street. Stocks, bonds, mutual funds, ETFs, and savings. Those aren't assets, they're liabilities to you. But I was told to do that.
I was told to save money and put money in the stock market. But that's all.
Invest
that's as
for
far
the
as
long
their
term.
Education goes.
So that's my frustration. You know, after years and years and years of being in teaching, people still ask the same stupid question: what should I do with my money? Is it real estate? Should I get in stocks? Well, why don't you take a stupid class and learn something? That's my message for today.
So my thoughts is he's right. Get educated. Find the right people to get educated on. Do a lot of due diligence. If it's stocks, if it's real estate, if it's rentals, whatever that may be, get educated. But I disagree with some of the real estate that he's saying that are the 7 worst. Completely disagree. I think when the market turns, it's industrial, it's commercial. It could be, you know, really expensive apartments. He kind of touched on the high income housing, but I don't understand, besides get educated, what this video is about. So let me know your thoughts. What do you think of Robert? Also, if you've been in his program, is it worth it? Let me know. Until next time, I'll see you then. Check out these other videos right here. Follow me on social media.